What's up, everyone? So today I just figured out how to run multiple Neovim distros in Linux. This is a result of Link Arsu's video about running multiple Neovim distros, and I see how he does it on his Mac, but in Linux it's a little differently. Well, anyway, I made it incredibly easy. All you literally have to do is download my repo and hit install sh, like run the install script, and it works. This is potentially going to be one of the coolest things I've done in a long time on my computer. Let's go for the test drive. Okay, so anyway, we're going to start out giving this a try. We're going to run the install sh. Well, we're going to download the repo first. I'm doing this kind of live because I think you'll understand how this works a little bit better if I'm running the script and the whole 9 yards. So basically, let's get into it. The install.sh. So basically, it's going to install all the repos, and then we'll get to a section where I choose which bash configuration. So like configuration, so everything's in my .bash file, and then I source everything from my bash rc. I wanted that as an option, but sometimes I'm just testing distros, I'm doing things. Sometimes I just want to append it to my bash rc, and sometimes I'm using Solus, and Solus does this a little differently. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first one I'm going to try is Astro. And I should just be able to type switch hyphen Astro right into my terminal, and it should just start up. There we go. It's not exactly clean because I was actually working on something, so that's my own personal configuration of AstroVim. Then next we have LazyVim by Folky. I love LazyVim, and this one's really fast. This launches like uber fast, and you can see, like I said, these are launching faster than my spin of AstroVim because I made some changes and I was working on some things, that sort of thing. Next is LunarVim, and LunarVim launches really quickly. And I'm just using the vanilla LunarVim. I'm going to be taking a look at that distro very soon. And I'll probably be making a video on how to get that up and running or something. I don't know. Anyway, so now NVChad. Now, I don't know if I've ever used NVChad. I might have. Not really sure. Oh, this is no good. So I'm going to have to come back when I have a solution to this because this doesn't seem to be working as expected. So you're going to have to give me a few minutes to figure this one out. Okay, I think I figured out the issue with NVChad, and I think it's going to work. And so I'm very curious to try it out. And the moment of truth, I've reinstalled everything just to try it out, and seems to work. Cool, so now everyone's working. Let's just double check for Astrovim. Okay, that loads. Very good. All right, what about a lot of what aboutisms, right? What about okay, what about lazy? Lazy's working. Very good. Okay. And what about Lunar? Lunar's working. So all four are working right now. Okay. So I'm going to just try this out on Solus, and I'm going to see if it will work. Now, I don't think I have .local bin in my path, so I don't think this is going to work just by pushing this to my path, but I don't care about that necessarily. I have a couple of other options to make this work, so that's kind of irrelevant, but I did want to just try and see if NVChad would work. I figured if NVChad would work, the rest of them should work too. That's at least my logic. And of course, I will try the rest of them later, but let's just go ahead and check this out, okay? All right. It would seem that this works. So I just wanted to just kind of show you after about a week, everything works, okay? So now, if I do something like Vim, there's Astrovim. Okay, so we could do switch lazy. We got lazy Vim. Switch lunar. Lunar Vim. Switch VChad. And that works. So they all work. So let's start off with the NVim switcher script, which basically just manages the Neovim configuration by allowing you to switch between different setups. So basically what it does is it basically matches a valid configuration name, and it basically makes a symbolic link to the configuration directory, and that's pretty much it. And you remember I had to do some error handling for NVChad to make it work, and so if it isn't there, basically it will, clone the repository and that sort of thing, whole 9 yards, and basically everything just points to the .neovim configuration. And then when you switch again, what it does, like you'll probably see right here at the very bottom here, you'll see that it removes this symbolic link, and then it basically passes the new link to the Neovim configuration. It's pretty elementary, if you ask me. And of course, we wouldn't be complete without the install script. I actually think this is probably the coolest part of this whole project. It took a lot of juggling to get this thing to work right. Well, anyway, it just basically begins by moving the NVim configs into the .config directory and setting up a helper script moving SM NVim switcher to the .local bin and ensuring that it's executable. If you come down here, it prompts the user, where is it? Down here, it prompts the user to choose whether or not I want to just append this to the end of the bashrc file or move the Neovim configuration. So like, I'll show you this right here. This Neovim right here, this is just basically a bunch of aliases, right? And so I could actually move that Neovim into my .bash directory, or actually move it to user share defaults etc profile D, which is for Solus. So the only other thing that I will say is I put a lot of error handling and logging into this while I was writing it, because I just wanted it to work the right way the first time. And well, it worked the second time. So basically, that's pretty much all there is to this script, and it's really easy to run it as well. So if you're wondering how you could configure this, I'm just going to show you. So basically, it's fairly simple. I'll just come to the switcher here. So basically, this right here is basically, they're basically looking for the files inside the nvim.configs. So let's just put a new one in there. I have one in mind. Let's do it. So all right, there we are. Now, I should be able to just go switch. And is that kick? Oh, hold on. Let me go to kickstart real quick. Move.get. I don't need to do this, but it's going to be better if I do, so that I can push it when it works. So I think if memory serves me, okay, so move kickstart nvim to kick. That's good. We'll rename it, and so now I could just go switch kick. Ooh, that's interesting. So if I said, for example, SM Neovim switcher kick. There we go. All right, now I got it. I was wondering why none of that was actually working. So it works. Okay. So basically all you have to do is just add another repository here. Then you would go here to, so if you said Vim Neo Vim right here, you would just add your alias right here. That's how you would add a repository. You could add your own. You could add repositories for like testing and that sort of thing. And so this would be very, very, very easy to do. Be sure to check out my last Neovim video about my setup for Obsidian. And you could just binge watch everything. I don't really recommend it, but you can do it. Go right on ahead, knock yourself out, and just have a great day, guys. Peace.